This is a tough one because it's a little bit personal. So, I am a big fan of The Last of Us. Not the game itself. The gameplay is horrible. The actual storyline I thought was really good. And there's a reason for that. It's because I myself have been through some trauma in my life. And I really heavily related to Joel. Now, and I've sat on this for months because I don't know, should I bring up the trauma? Should I talk about why I felt like Joel? No, that's not the part of the story that's important. Because like this action figure set, this is Joel when he's better. He's a better person, although he does lie for love kind of thing. But he's not just in survival mode like he was at the beginning. And I went through that too. I was in survival mode for a long time. And it's a lot better when you're not in survival mode. But Neca also really knocked it out of the park with this set. It has a great deal of accessories, including the guns that both characters use in the part 2. That has Ellie's bow. Yeah, it's just a really cool set. And I mean, even if you're not a fan, it's a cool set. Neca really knocked it out of the park with this one. And it's really funny because I didn't know this set existed. And then, literally, on the same day, 2 channels I follow, Articulated Ninja, y'all know him, Brian and Brian's action figure reviews. You might not know him. I suggest give him a subscription, a like, whatever. Both are excellent reviewers. But they both reviewed it on the same day, and it was like, come to me. So instantly, I ordered it, it was here, and then it was like, oh, now what do I say? Because I need to review this, and this is kind of personal, because, well, most of the time these are just toys. This one kind of hits a personal place, and in a good way. Because it's not a bad thing to remember you've been through trauma. It's a bad thing to live in the trauma. And that's what I liked about The Last of Us at the end of the game. Is Joel did try to get beyond his trauma. And in the beginning of Last of Us 2, he seemed to be in a good place. Now there's a lot you can say about this game because, yeah, Joel lies to Ellie, and there's several things like that, but ultimately, the morality of the game is debatable. And that's what makes it good. It's compelling because are you Joel going to lie to have this that you want? Or are you going to be the honest guy and say, hey, yeah, you can save humanity if you die? It's a tough call. Especially if you've already lost. And again, it's funny, this is supposed to be action figures. These are just supposed to be fun little trinkets we collect. And this one really means something to me. Not to everyone, and I get that. But again, that is a story that resonated with me very strongly. And I debate what I would have done in that situation. It's a tough one, but it's a good one. It's a good question to ask. Do you sacrifice the world for your happiness? Or are you really even sacrificing the world at that point? The moral dilemmas in The Last of Us, they make you think about how you think, who you are, and how you are, and what's your moral compass. Where's the limit? And that's the cool thing. There's a lot of ambiguity in that story. And when I bought it, it was just about the time that the TV show was about to come out. And the TV show did a great job of translating all that to a smaller screen. It's not really a smaller screen, it's the same size screen. But it was a cool story. And it's nice to see that, we can talk about bad things in our lives without it controlling us. It's always a little difficult to talk about your own personal feelings, especially when it comes to toys. It's like, this is just pieces of plastic. You're not supposed to feel anything for them, but we do. Now, it might be you like the way they look. It might be that you like the characters. It might be something else. It's hard to say. It's different for all of us. But in some ways, it's the same. We love what we love. And we like what we like. And we feel what we feel. And with this set, I feel pretty good. I really like this set a whole lot. I'm glad it's in my collection. And wow, this has been a difficult review because what do you say? After some things you've been through, and this set resonates with you because you relate to it. That's a tough one. But again, I don't live in that space. I do remember it. And remembering's not a bad thing. But moving on is an even better one. That's kind of what this set represents to me. Moving on. Past trauma, past everything that brought you down. And not only surviving, but thriving. In the best way you can. Granted, in this storyline, a lot of hunting involved with thriving, but hey, they had communication with each other, they talked, they had good times. Of course, the ending's depressing, but we won't get into that. Alright, that wraps up this look at The Last of Us 2 box set from Neca. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe.